Hey, happy Sunday. That sounds weird to say. Forget I ever said that. I didn't like it at all. We're talking about the news. Normally, I don't get into the celebrity stuff. I'm not a big tabloid person. I don't like E. E used to always be on in our family room when I was growing up. And I was like, I don't know who any of these people are or why I should care. But today, I think, is a story I want to talk about because it's something that matters. And it doesn't matter whether or not you care about these celebrities because it is a discussion that I think needs to be talked about. Kanye West, small underground Chicago rapper. I think he's like a clothing designer. He might have like a Depop shop or something. And he likes to tweet. Like our president, the old ex-president Cheeto. Am I right, guys? This is what happened, okay? I don't like reporting the news. The reason I usually don't cover news is because I don't like having to gather the ideas and then like I always forget to say something and everyone's saying it in the comments and then I'm like, no, I meant to say that. I do agree. Or like I'll miss one little thing and someone will be like, hey, what about this thing, you freak? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't know about that. So it kind of changes things. But this is a pretty open and shut case. So we're just going to talk through it. Why is the camera here? What's going on? So Kanye went on Instagram and decided to post this. He said, since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will. Which first sounds like he's sending this in like a group chat to his friends. And also it makes it sound like he's not talking about a divorce. And second of all, he puts up a picture of his daughter, Northwest, screenshot of a TikTok she made on this account called Kim and North. Okay? He then goes on to post another post. What do you mean by main provider? So I guess this is a post that Kim Kardashian put up. America saw you try to kidnap my daughter on her birthday by not providing the address. You put security on me inside the house to play with my son and accuse me of a lot of stuff. Next, starts posting the terms and agreements of TikTok or something because he talks about how you cannot be under 13 to be on TikTok. He talks out against TMZ for saying Kanye West shades Kim Kardashian over Northwest on TikTok, which I agree is a bad headline, but not for the same reason Kanye thinks it is. He then goes on to post screenshots of Candace Owens saying there is no 8-year-old in the world that needs social media. Go color. Kim is wrong on this one. And then he put out another photo saying, I want to bring my kids to my hometown of Chicago to see my basketball team play for 7,000 people, and Kim is stopping me from that. How is this joint custody? A lot of people have opinions on this online, and it seems to be more polarizing than it should be, which is usually why I bring up news stories if I think that there is a very obvious side to it, and if I want to talk about my opinion on it, so you guys can take that into account just in case you disagree with me, which is okay. If you disagree with me, I'd like to know what you think in the comments down below. But why don't we hear me out and, we can have that conversation. This is nothing too serious. That's a lie. It's a pretty serious situation. Now let me give you some other context before I jump into my thoughts on this. Ireland Baldwin had a take on Kanye and Kim's divorce being played out in public, basically saying that she feels awful for North, all of the false and true headlines she's going to inevitably look up when she's older, and this kind of stuff just hurts the kids and it's wrong. You have people over on the Kanye subreddit saying Ye was right to be against this and showing screenshots of people commenting on Northwest's TikTok account. And even though they liked the comments, apparently they think it's really wrong. Now, let me give my thoughts. I think that Kanye West is so in the wrong here that it's not even funny. Let me touch on all the points. First of all, you can have the opinion that your child should not be going on social media if they are 8 years old. You cannot have that opinion about someone else's child. But in this case, you have two different parents disagreeing. But the way I look at it is, this is happening under her mother's supervision on an account called Kim and North. It is a joint account for North and her mother, who is watching over this account. Now, the people who are saying she's 8 and Kanye is right about this would not say the same thing about another 8-year-old who's on TikTok, because that's every 8-year-old. That's what children are now. And do I think it's a negative for all of us to probably have social media? Yeah, it probably negatively affects us in some way, but so does everything. That's what moderation is, dude. You could say the same thing about eating junk food. Yet I think kids should be able to eat junk food in moderation or under supervision. Cool. But that is the least of the actual problem. I could care less whether or not Kanye thinks his kid should have TikTok or not. That's his choice. If he wants to have that opinion and battle that out, that's fine. But the biggest issue is that this is something that is being taken care of online in front of millions of people. The news. And an 8-year-old girl is at the center of it, who is embarrassed that her dad is going after her on social media and her parents are fighting over custody publicly. The damage that has to do to a kid who is less than a third through her years of development in the brain, it's not good. And it's been happening for years. And the fact that it's very obvious that Kanye himself would agree that his mental health is not in the right place. And I would say it's not in the right place to be taking care of kids, especially when you can't handle the fame that comes along with that and, you know, basically embarrassing them and ruining their lives in front of millions of people. I don't see that as actually caring about your kid. As far as I've seen, I think Kim Kardashian seems like she really cares about her kids. I feel like she seems like a good mother. That's my opinion. I don't feel super strongly about that. I don't agree with everything Kim Kardashian said or done, but I sure as heck have a strong opinion about the way that Kanye has been raising his kids and acting in front of the media. And although I don't think that it's his fault that he has these disorders and he has these mental issues, I think that it is his responsibility and he's the one that needs to take action and take care of that before he hurts his kids and his family even more than he already has. Now, the comments. People are saying, oh, the comments, blah, blah, blah. She turned off the comments. It's fine. I don't think Northwest is scrolling through her own TikTok looking at people asking her about money and stuff. If it was me, I don't think I'd comment on a TikTok that an 8-year-old posted. But that is not the responsibility of that 8-year-old. And it should not stop her from having the same rights that every kid gets to have growing up at that age. The only reason most people are saying that Kanye's right is because they are Kanye fans, or they're not realizing the standard that they're setting for this 8-year-old that has 2 very famous parents. Compared to any other 8-year-old, they'd probably go, yeah, sure, in moderation, I'm sure that's fine. And in regards to this Instagram post about America saw you try to kidnap my daughter on her birthday, security inside of the house accused me of stealing. If you look at that comment and you think, yeah, he's probably in a stable mindset and is completely factual about that statement, I would probably take another look at your biases. He sounds like he needs help and he needs to protect himself from himself and also from his family and his kids because he's not in a good state right now. Does this look like a father to you? I don't really think so, unfortunately. And at the end of the day, in a lot of these situations, you have to say, hey, we don't know these people and we don't know what's going on in their personal lives. And this is something that's put out and displayed in front of millions of people. But at the same time, this is a public dispute. The reason this matters so much is because it's public. And for that reason alone, he is not being a good father. Oh, and the fact that Kanye posted tweets from Candace Owens already shows that I'm wildly against the way that he's thinking about this and doubling down on the fact that he is spiraling and he needs help. Because the moment that you co-sign your statement on with someone like Candace Owens, it's the moment that you bring validity to someone who is so painfully and hurtfully racist to so many people and spreads horrible propaganda and is a huge reason so many white people in America are even more racist than they already were. Now I want to go to my favorite website, Twitter, a cesspool for horrible people and opinions and fights. And I want to show you guys, what people think online. So this person tweeted, losing my mind at the thought of Kanye angrily monitoring North's TikTok every day and seeing this is her content. And this is what the TikTok is. So there it is. And this is what people have to say. Now, the original response says, just to be clear, I agree with Kanye in the sentiment that young kids shouldn't be exposed to social media. He's just trying to protect her. But at the end of the day, this is their child. They need to co-parent as privately as possible. I said that way too fast. But I agree with most of that. I do think that if I was a parent, I probably would be protective of my kid over social media too. But as I said before, that's not the main issue. You are co-parenting with a child, which means that you have to cooperate with someone else to be the parent of your child. And it doesn't really seem like you're doing a good job at that. Our first comment here says, I feel like Kim is grooming North to be a typical Kardashian. And I don't blame Kanye for wanting to nip it in the bud early. Which, first of all, is just like gross. And I think the response to this tweet is probably better than I could put it. LMAO, he doesn't want her to turn into the woman he married and is still currently chasing after. Y'all gotta just be quiet on this topic. The fact that you could look at that TikTok of her putting on all these sunglasses and you're like, oh yeah, look at her just being raised to be a typical Kardashian. Huh? That's a child. That looks like a child to me. You realize that Kim has a sex tape out, right? Parents want their kids to be better than themselves, not like for like replicas of them. Which is like, why are people acting like that is the closed shut case for like a bad parent who shouldn't want their child to be raised if they have a sex tape out? Not only do I not want to know my child is going to have sex one day, but if they put that on video and it makes it out onto the internet, man, I failed as a parent. Why is that the line that people draw? Like, the age requirement for TikTok is 13 years old. She is 8 years old. Legally speaking, Kanye wins this one. The account is called Kim and North. Their mom owns the account. And again, I want to say, because I know the comments are going to have a few people who are like, well, an 8-year-old really shouldn't be on social media. You know how young they are, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Yeah. It's your choice if you want to not let your kid look at social media at that age. And that's fine. I would respect that. I would almost agree with it. But this is not your kid. And there's no rules for how to raise your kid. People keep trying to turn this into like, but is it okay for someone to let their kid age 8 be on TikTok? That's not the point of any of this. And it doesn't matter what you think. The opinion on that specific topic does not matter. That's his daughter. Most celebrity parents don't want their kids on social media for safety reasons. He has had his issues with his mental health at times, but this is a very sane fatherly sentiment right here. Do his Instagram posts look like sane fatherly sentiment? No, it looks like he's having a mental spiral. He posted a picture of his daughter on his Instagram and bashed his ex-wife under it and is trying to have a tug of war with his wife about his child, talking about how much he cares about his child. Even this tweet here, both of them are wrong. It's all harmful. People will one day realize just how bad SM and the internet are for your health. The Social Dilemma on Netflix goes into this. Rates of suicide went up 187% for girls born after 96 who grew up with the internet. It's sad as F. People are coming to this conclusion that because North started posting TikToks, she is stuck to her phone just posting TikToks and that's her life now. And she's gonna like kill herself. She posted a few TikToks. That doesn't mean that she suddenly is gonna have like horrible mental health and a high suicide rate and that people are gonna like ruin her life. It seems like this account is run by Kim and is on Kim's phone and her daughter's just having fun with the app and the songs and everything. Why is this argument turned into a social media argument? That is not what any of this is. I'm going insane. She seems like she's having fun doing it. Doesn't look harmful to me. I am a mom, but big ratio here. All that means is you guys aren't the best parents. There's an age requirement for a reason. It's okay until it's not. That's a big thing right there. It's okay until it's not. Okay, then where is the line drawn? At the first TikTok your kid makes? We don't even know if she's patrolling the comments. We don't even know if she's watching TikToks. Literally the only thing we know is that she posted some. Why do I feel like I'm having a meltdown here? It's okay until it's not and someone reaches out to her that shouldn't. No parent can monitor 24/7. What if it's on Kim's phone? The account is called North and Kim. And for anyone who's like, well, you don't know that. Well, you don't know that either. So can we come to any conclusion? The only conclusion we can come to is that we don't know that. So we can't just patrol this woman over her child because we literally don't know what the kid is even doing on the app. What do you think about her posting this TikTok with this song? I listened to the song and I spaced out and didn't know what. I genuinely cannot tell you what a single lyric in the song was because I wasn't really listening. I was just listening to another popular TikTok song. You really think she's analyzing the lyrics? She's just playing with makeup. This has turned into a situation where people are trying to police how parents are raising their kids rather than police how parents are handling their divorce, which should be the main issue with this story. A kid posting a TikTok and us not knowing whether or not she's like using TikTok because the account's not called Northwest, it's called Kim and North. And everyone's coming to the conclusion that she's like a TikTok star now and this is the end of the world. It's not about the content she's putting out. It's him trying to keep her from being exposed to harmful things on a social media site. She is underage, and though the account is supervised by Kim, there's no telling what she's seeing outside of posting. There's no telling what she's seeing outside of posting. You just said it there. You don't know. Most likely she's not seeing anything because the account is run by her mom probably. And even if it's not, you don't know that. So you can't come to any conclusion. One, no, she shouldn't be on TikTok. And two, why does she have braces already? All 8-year-olds have goofy, gappy teeth because their faces or jaws are so great. Kim's obsession with looks, I guess. There's no set age for a child's first orthodontist visit. Some kids go in when they're 6, some kids go in when they're 10. This girl's 8. She has braces. Makes sense. This is just a part of it. Don't slander Kanye. 170K views and no one, I mean no one, has commented. Kanye is always right and y'all know it. This guy thinks that this video has 304,000 likes and not a single person has commented yet. The internet is just filled with so many people who don't think. They don't think. Let's just do the tattoo bracket. If you're new here, this past week I started a tattoo bracket. It's a tournament bracket where every single day you vote on a new tattoo, and whatever one wins, I'm putting it on my body forever. Yesterday you voted on tattoo 9 and tattoo 10. And tattoo 10 won with 70% of the vote. Just like literally every poll so far. Every poll has been within like 4%. All of them are like 30%, 70%. You're either a little bit quirky or you're a basic ass loser. Today we're going to be voting on tattoo 11 and tattoo 12. Go to the straw poll in the description down below to vote on which tattoo you like more. Thank you for watching this video if you made it this far. And let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Please subscribe and go check out my other channels too. Everything's down in the description, including my social media. I do things there too. I'm going to go crawl into bed after I edit this video. Bye.